Capricorn, there is a reason your heart has been feeling slightly different lately. A reason your spirit goes quiet sometimes, as if it is listening for footsteps you cannot hear yet. Not the footsteps of the past, not the echo of someone who wasted your time, but the gentle, steady approach of someone who was written for you long before you even knew what love was. You've carried so much in silence. You've loved people who did not know how to hold you. You've stood by those who took your presence for granted, who enjoyed the stability you brought, but never truly gave you a safe place to rest your own heart. And somewhere inside, you started to believe that maybe deep, loyal, honest love was something you only gave, not something you would actually receive. But listen closely. Heaven did not build you with this much capacity to love only to leave you unseen. When your last relationship fell apart, when communication faded, when someone you cared about pulled away without giving you the closure your heart deserved, it wasn't just heartbreak. It was a holy clearing, a sacred reset. That love you thought you lost was never powerful enough to destroy you. It was only strong enough to push you closer to what was truly meant for you. You felt the shift, didn't you? That soft inner nudge, when your spirit whispered, "Something is changing, something is coming." That quiet moment when you realized you were no longer interested in begging for love, chasing mixed signals, or trying to prove you are worthy. Because deep down, you know this now. The right soul will recognize you immediately. You're not imagining these changes. You're not being dramatic. You're not too emotional. Your spirit is picking up on a movement in the unseen. A door is opening, a path is aligning, and God is preparing to send someone into your life who does not play with your heart, who does not twist your words, who does not come to drain your energy and then call it love. This person comes with clarity, not confusion, with truth, not hidden agendas, with intention, not convenience. This is someone who will love you with the same depth, loyalty, and seriousness you have always given to others. Someone who sees the way you carry responsibilities, who notices the weight you hold without complaint, and instead of adding more to your shoulders, they help you lift it. Someone who does not just say "I love you," but proves, time and time again, that your heart is safe with them. Capricorn, before we go deeper into this message, I want you to seal this moment with your own words. Go to the comments right now and type, "I am ready for the love God chose for me." This is not just a sentence. This is a declaration, a spiritual agreement, a way of telling heaven, "I am done with almost love. I am open to real love." This is your sign that you are not just listening with your ears, you are listening with your soul. Now breathe deeply, let your shoulders drop, let your heart soften just a little. Because what you are about to hear next is not random advice, not empty motivation, but a message prepared for you, for the quiet, strong, tired part of you that is still brave enough to hope. Capricorn, the person you've been praying for is already moving toward you. And tonight, we walk into the reason why. Capricorn, your heart is not soft, but it is deep. It is layered, steady, loyal, and stronger than most people will ever understand. You don't love lightly. You don't choose people because you are lonely. You choose them because something in your soul recognizes something in theirs. You attach only when you feel safe, when someone has shown you a glimpse of honesty or stability, when you believe there's something worth building. And when you love like someone who understands responsibility, like someone who knows the weight of loyalty, like someone who doesn't just offer words, but shows up in action. When you love someone, Capricorn, you don't just hold their hand, you hold their life with yours. You support them even when your own heart is tired. You carry difficulties that were never meant to be yours. You forgive things that should have broken you. You stay in moments where most people would have walked away. You saw their flaws and stayed anyway. You saw their fears and tried to calm them. You saw their wounds and tried to heal them. You poured yourself into the connection quietly, hoping that one day they would see the devotion you were offering. But the love you gave in the past was not always returned. There were people who loved you only when it was convenient, only when they needed something, only when you were an escape or a comfort, but not when you needed to be held in return. There were people who enjoyed your stability while giving you uncertainty. People who loved the way you could fix their problems but ignored the moments when you needed support. Some held your hand, but never held your heart. Some loved the idea of you, but not the responsibility of loving you. Slowly, quietly, your spirit began to dim. Not because you were weak, but because you were tired. You started questioning yourself. You wondered whether your love was too much, or somehow not enough. You wondered why your loyalty wasn't appreciated, why your effort wasn't valued, why your patience was taken for granted. And in those private moments, when no one saw your tears, you may have felt like love simply wasn't meant for you, or that you were doing something wrong. But Capricorn, what you didn't know then is that heartbreak was not rejection, it was direction. Every person who walked away, every person who mishandled your heart, every person who did not know how to love you, was being removed for a reason. God was breaking the wrong hands off your life so the right ones could find you. He was clearing out the ones who only came to take, removing the ones who couldn't grow with you, separating you from the ones who were not aligned with your future, and closing doors to hearts that were never meant to be your home. Your heartbreaks were not punishments, they were protection. They were redirections toward something stronger, something healthier, something divine. You didn't lose the right person. The right person could never be taken from you. You only lost the ones who were never meant to stay. And now, because you released what drained you, your spirit finally has room for the love that was always meant to find you. Capricorn, there is a reason your path felt lonely for a season. A reason you found yourself walking through moments where it felt like life was pulling you away from everyone, even the ones you cared about. You weren't being punished. You were being purified. Your spirit needed room to breathe again, because for a long time you were carrying too much. Too many people depending on you. Too many emotions that were never spoken out loud. Too many responsibilities that were never meant to be yours alone. Your mind needed silence to heal, because the noise of past relationships, past disappointments, and past hurt was blocking your clarity. Your soul needed distance from the ones who didn't value it. The ones who only reached for you when they needed comfort. The ones who didn't notice when you were breaking inside. The ones who never poured into you the way you poured into them. So, life shifted. Conversations slowed down, texts stopped coming, people began slipping away. Doors that were once open suddenly closed without warning, and you felt it deeply. It felt harsh, because you give so much. It felt unfair, because you were loyal even when others were not. It felt personal, because when people leave, it almost always feels like a reflection of your worth, even when it isn't. But Capricorn, this was not abandonment. This was alignment. Sometimes God isolates you, not to break you, but to prepare you. He had to clear your path so your heart could reset, so your spirit could strengthen, so your intuition could sharpen, and so you could finally hear the guidance meant for you. Because the love that is coming towards you cannot enter a heart still tied to the hands that wounded it. You had to be separated from old patterns, patterns of overgiving, patterns of being the strong one until you collapsed, patterns of staying loyal to people who would never choose you in return. You had to detach from connections that drained you, connections that left you questioning your own value, connections that kept you stuck in emotional cycles you outgrew long ago. This season of isolation was not an empty season. It was a refining one. It forced you to slow down. It forced you to look within. It forced you to confront what you truly want instead of settling for what you were given. And most importantly, it prepared you to recognize what real love actually feels like. Not chaos, not confusion, not inconsistency, but peace. A love that doesn't shake your spirit but steadies it. A love that doesn't drain you but fills you. A love that doesn't make you question yourself but makes you understand yourself even deeper. You had to be set apart so that when genuine love steps into your life, You will not mistake it for another temporary feeling. You will know it. You will feel it. And this time, Capricorn, you will be ready for it. Capricorn, right now, without fully knowing the reason, your heart has been going through a quiet transformation. Something inside you has been changing, almost gently, almost silently, but deeply. You've been feeling more reflective than usual. Your thoughts stay longer on memories, but the strange thing is, they don't hurt the way they used to. You can think about certain people, certain situations, without feeling the same sting, without collapsing emotionally. That is healing. That is spiritual progress. You've also been remembering old lessons, but without the frustration that once came with them. Now, instead of asking, why did that happen to me? You're thinking, I understand why that happened. I understand what it taught me. This is emotional maturity. This is clarity being restored. You've been noticing what you truly want in a partner. Not what you were taught to accept. Not what you were pressured to settle for, but what genuinely speaks to your spirit. You're craving honesty. You're craving depth. You're craving someone who shows up, not someone you have to chase. And lately, your emotions have felt strangely sensitive, almost intuitive. You can sense people's intentions more clearly. You can feel the energy of situations before they unfold. You know when someone is genuine and when they are only pretending. This is not you being too emotional. This is you becoming spiritually aware. These signs, the reflections, the softened memories, the clearer desires, the intuitive emotions, are all pointing to one message. Your heart is healing in alignment with the person coming into your life. You're not becoming emotional, you're becoming ready. Ready to receive a love that matches your spirit. Ready to let go of what once damaged you. Ready to open your heart without the fear of losing yourself again. God is reshaping what you expect from love. He is softening what was once hardened by hurt. He is restoring what was drained by past disappointments. He is preparing you for someone who will love you with patience, honesty, and intentional care. There is a calmness within you that wasn't there before, a quiet sense that something is shifting, that something new is forming in your life. It feels almost like you're shedding an old layer of yourself, letting go of old pain, old expectations, old fears, old emotional patterns to make room for something, someone better. This is not random, Capricorn. This is not a coincidence. This is divine timing at work. Your heart is aligning with a love that was always meant to find you when you were ready. Now listen closely, Capricorn, because this part will go straight to the deepest place inside you. The person coming toward you is not like what you've known before. Not even close. This is not another cycle of almost love. Not another chapter of mixed signals. Not another situation where you give everything and receive half of what you deserve. This person carries a grounded, loyal spirit. The kind of spirit that doesn't shake easily, that doesn't disappear when life gets hard, that doesn't abandon the people they love. They bring a steady emotional presence, someone who listens, who communicates with honesty, who understands your silence and respects your boundaries. They also have a loving yet patient personality. Not someone who rushes you, not someone who pressures your heart, but someone who lets love unfold naturally, without games, without fear, without manipulation. This person genuinely wants to build a future, not entertain you temporarily. They aren't coming to waste your time. They're coming to add meaning to your life, to stand beside you, to grow with you, to create something lasting, something stable. And most beautifully, they have a heart that recognizes your soul instantly. From the moment you connect, there will be a familiarity, a sense of safety, a feeling that says, I know you, even if I've never met you before. This is someone who sees your strength, the strength you show the world, the strength you built piece by piece through challenges, but they also see the softness you hide, the softness that very few people ever deserve to see. They recognize your value without you needing to prove anything. They understand your worth without questioning it. And most importantly, this person does not run when things get real, because they are real. Their intentions are mature. Their emotions are stable. Their energy is honest. They are not threatened by your ambition. They are not intimidated by your stability. They are not confused by your depth. In fact, they admire it. They are drawn to the way you love with responsibility, the way you stand firm even in storms, the way you carry yourself with quiet power. This person is mature. They are aligned with your growth. They are emotionally awakened. They come with kindness, not pressure. Clarity, not confusion. Consistency, not excuses. Their love will feel different from anything you've known. It will feel calm, yet powerful. Soft, yet certain. It will feel like exhaling after years of holding your breath. This is the kind of connection that does not drain you, it restores you. The kind of love you are always meant to experience. Capricorn, when this person arrives, you will not recognize them through excitement or intensity. You will recognize them through peace. Not the kind of peace that comes and goes, not the kind that depends on circumstances, but a deep, steady calmness that settles over your heart the moment they step into your life. You will feel emotionally safe with them instantly. Not because you're being naive, but because their presence carries honesty. Their energy feels clean, steady, and sincere. Their actions will match their words. Not once, not occasionally, but consistently. They won't promise you things they cannot give. They won't say one thing and do another. They won't disappear when things feel serious. Conversations will flow naturally. You won't feel like you have to force topics, pretend to be someone you're not, or hide parts of your personality out of fear of being misunderstood. With them, connection will feel effortless, like breathing, like returning home to a place you didn't know you missed. They will show effort without being asked. You won't have to beg for attention, wait for a text that never comes, or hope they show up for you. This person will take initiative. They will communicate clearly. They will make time instead of excuses. Your spirit will feel calm, not anxious. You won't overthink every message. You won't question their motives. You won't lie awake wondering if they care. Your intuition will whisper, "This is safe, this is real." You will feel seen, not judged. This person will understand your depth, your boundaries, your values, your silence, and your strength. They won't try to change who you are. They will respect who you are. And this connection, it will feel strangely familiar, like you've known them long before you met them, as if your souls had a conversation in another lifetime, and now your bodies are simply catching up. You won't feel the need to perform. You won't feel the need to hide your emotions. You won't feel the need to shrink to make them comfortable. With them, you won't be drained. You will be restored. You will feel understood without having to explain everything. You will feel supported even in your quietest moments. You will feel chosen, not by accident, not out of convenience, but with intention. And that, Capricorn, is how you will know. Capricorn, this love that is coming toward you is not here to test your strength or stretch your patience. It is not here to repeat the emotional cycles that exhausted you. It is coming to transform you, to show you what love looks like when it is pure, intentional, and spiritually aligned. This love is different because it aligns with your healed version, not the wounded version you once had to protect. It meets the you that has learned, grown, reflected, and risen above old patterns. This love respects your boundaries. It doesn't push you into discomfort. It doesn't take advantage of your kindness. It doesn't demand more than you can give. Instead, it honors your limits and values the space you need to feel safe. This love appreciates your loyalty. It won't treat your devotion like an obligation. It won't overlook the efforts you make quietly. It won't take your consistency for granted. Instead, it will see your loyalty as a blessing, something rare, something precious. This love nurtures your growth. It inspires you to evolve, to dream bigger, to expand emotionally and spiritually. With this person, you don't shrink. You rise. You don't hide. You open up. You don't fear losing yourself, because they help you become more of who you truly are. This love inspires your purpose. They support your goals. They encourage your ideas. They believe in your potential. They don't distract you from your path. They walk beside it. And most importantly, this love matches your emotional depth. You don't have to lower your standards. You don't have to water down your feelings. You don't have to pretend you're okay with half effort. This person feels deeply, loves sincerely, and shows up wholeheartedly. This is not a karmic cycle repeating. This is not another lesson disguised as affection. This is not another situation that starts beautifully and ends painfully. This is restoration, a divine replacement, a soul aligned with your spirit. You no longer have to beg for love. You no longer have to fight to be understood. You no longer have to carry the relationship alone. This is a love that meets you, stands with you, and grows with you. This person will meet you where you are, but they will also walk with you where you're going. And Capricorn, that is what makes this love so incredibly different. Capricorn, God is sending this person now, because the version of you that exists today is finally ready to receive a kind of love you once pushed away without even realizing it. There was a time when you were too guarded. You had built walls, not because you didn't want love, but because love had hurt you too deeply before. You learned to protect your heart with silence, with distance, with independence. There was a time when you were too wounded. You were still carrying memories that felt heavy, still healing from people who confused your loyalty with obligation, still trying to understand why those you chose did not choose you with the same sincerity. There was a time when you were too focused on survival. You didn't have space for romance. Your energy was spent on rebuilding yourself, getting your life back in order, finding emotional stability again. And yes, there was a time when you were too busy proving yourself, to the world, to your family, to past partners, and maybe even to yourself. But now, you're in a season of emotional awakening. Your heart is softer, yet wiser. Your spirit is calmer, yet stronger. Your soul is open, yet protected. Your heart is finally open without being vulnerable to the wrong people. You're no longer attracted to chaos or pulled toward those who drain you. You're choosing peace over drama, that clarity over confusion, and sincerity over empty promises. Your spirit is strong without being defensive. You know how to set boundaries without shutting people out. You know how to protect yourself without blocking love entirely. Your mind is clear enough to choose correctly. You see red flags quicker. You sense emotional instability faster. You understand your worth deeper. You know what kind of love nourishes you and what kind of love wounds you. This moment, this exact season of your life, is the perfect time, the divine alignment, for a soul like theirs to meet a soul like yours. Two spirits that have been prepared separately are now being guided toward one another. This is not an accident. This is not coincidence. This is timing, God's timing. Capricorn, when this person enters your life, you will feel the difference immediately. They are not coming with empty promises, mixed intentions, or half-hearted love. They are coming with gifts, not material gifts, but spiritual and emotional gifts that your heart has been waiting for. They will bring you emotional stability, the kind that removes guessing, the kind that removes fear, the kind that removes overthinking. You won't have to analyze every word they say or wonder if they care. Their love will be steady, clear, and consistent. They will bring partnership, not just romance. This is someone who will stand beside you, support your goals, share your responsibilities, and celebrate your victories with genuine pride. With them, love becomes teamwork, not struggle. They will bring healing, not by trying to fix your past, but simply through their presence. Their energy will calm your spirit. Their patience will soften your guarded heart. Their honesty will make you feel safe again. Healing will happen naturally, without force, without pressure. They will bring respect. Respect for your time, your dreams, your boundaries, and your emotions. They won't make you feel guilty for needing space. They won't question your worth. They won't dismiss what matters to you. Instead, they will treat your heart like something precious. They will bring affection, real, intentional, meaningful affection. Not the type that fades after a few days, not the type that appears only when convenient, but a consistent expression of care that makes you feel valued every single day. They will bring growth, the type of love that elevates you, not drains you. With them, you won't feel stuck, you won't feel alone, you won't feel overshadowed, You will feel inspired, supported, and motivated to expand emotionally and spiritually. With this person, Capricorn, you will build together. You will dream together. You will heal together. You will rise together. They are not coming to complete you, because you are already whole. They are coming to complement the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience already inside you. They are not coming to distract your destiny, but to walk beside it, to match your energy, to support your purpose, to grow with you in the direction your spirit is already heading. This love will not pull you away from your path, it will strengthen it. This person is a blessing, Capricorn, sent not to change who you are, but to honor who you are. Capricorn, before this person steps into your life, there are a few quiet, spiritual preparations God is guiding you toward. These are not dramatic changes. They are gentle shifts, small adjustments in your soul that will make room for the kind of love you've prayed for. The first preparation is this: release old emotional habits. There are patterns you picked up when you were trying to survive emotionally. Habits like overgiving, over-apologizing, over-explaining yourself, or letting people stay longer than they deserved. Capricorn, not everyone deserves access to you anymore. Not everyone deserves your time, your loyalty, or your heart. You are learning to protect your peace, and that protection is a form of self-respect. Letting go of old emotional habits creates space for a healthier love to enter. The second preparation is this: trust the pace of God's timing. You may sometimes feel impatient, like love is taking too long to arrive, or like you've waited longer than most people. But hear this clearly: love that is rushed breaks. Love that is divine flows. What is meant for you does not need to be chased, forced, or controlled. You don't need to speed it up. You just need to let it unfold at the pace heaven has designed. The third preparation is this: open your heart without forcing anything. You don't have to search frantically. You don't have to beg for signs. You don't have to push situations that feel uncertain. What is yours will approach naturally. What is aligned with your soul will come with peace, with clarity, and with the right energy. You simply need to remain open, not wide open, but gently open. Open enough to receive, but wise enough to discern. Capricorn, your only job now is to stay aligned and stay open. Aligned with your growth, aligned with your healing, aligned with your intuition, and open to the love that is already moving toward you, guided by a timing that is far more perfect than anything you could have rushed on your own. Capricorn, listen closely. Take this in not just with your mind, but with the deepest part of your heart. You are not too difficult to love. You are not too damaged. You are not too complicated. You are not too late. You are just loving the wrong souls. Souls that could not meet your depth. Souls that could not handle your loyalty. Souls that saw your strength, but did not understand your heart. But now, heaven is sending someone who matches everything you've carried quietly. Someone who mirrors your depth, your maturity, your devotion, your strength. Someone who does not love you only with their emotions, but with their soul. Someone who sees beauty in your silence, who recognizes the calm power in your presence, who understands the weight of loyalty you offer, and who cherishes the wisdom you've gained through everything you survived. This person will not be confused about you. They will not try to figure you out. They will not treat you like an option or a temporary comfort. They will see you clearly, and they will love you clearly. And when they finally enter your life, you will understand why everyone before them could not stay. It wasn't because you were unlovable. It was because they were unprepared for the kind of heart you carry. If this message touched your spirit, Capricorn, go to the comments right now and write, "I am ready to receive real love." Let it be your declaration. Let it be your agreement with heaven. And Capricorn, if you want more spiritually immersive, emotionally powerful messages like this, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Your next chapter is beginning. Your heart is awakening. Your spirit is aligning. And the love God chose for you is already moving in your direction. Quietly, intentionally, beautifully. Your blessing is nearer than you think.